Grossologists, welcome back. I think we should do a quick experiment talking about density, volume, and mass. What do you think? Yeah? Ready? You need to get a glass of water. You need to get a lot of salt. And you need to get something that might float or sink. I have some tomatoes. All right, go get your stuff. Come right back. Go! Okay, I hope you're back with all your stuff. If not, you can do our experiment later. All right, we're going to talk about 4 words. Ready? Here we go. Number 1, density. That is what we are going to be studying today. And that is the amount of mass or matter in an object, or basically how crowded it is. Let me show you a picture. Here I have 2 squares. One has some mass or matter in it, and some has a lot of mass or matter. It's more dense. That has greater density or more density than that square. Remember that little factoid. We're also going to learn about, I already said it, mass. Mass. That's how much matters in an object. And we're going to learn about volume. That is the amount of space that an object can take up. And finally, buoyant or buoyancy. Say buoyancy, buoyancy. Say buoyant, buoyant. It's basically how things float. All right, shall we get started? Let's do it. Okay, we have our cup of water. We have some tomatoes, and we have a lot of salt. So I'm going to take 2 tomatoes and drop them in my water. What happened? What happened? They sank. Do you see it? They're not floating. They sank right to the bottom. Now, I'm going to add all my salt into the water. Now, did anything change? No, my tomatoes are sitting on my salt. But if I mix it up and I dissolve, say dissolve, if I dissolve the salt in the water, I am changing the density of my water. The salt is dissolving in the water, and it is making the water more dense, which should cause my tomatoes to float. What just happened? Oh my gosh, my tomatoes are floating because the water is more dense. Salt water is more dense than fresh water. So my tomatoes are floating because they are more buoyant than the water. What happened? How do I explain this? Ready? For any object to float, the weight of the object should be lesser than or equal to the buoyant force. My tomatoes now weigh less than the salt water. Also, the weight of the water displaced, that's a mathematical equation. It is density times volume times gravity. Again, because my tomatoes weigh less than my salt water, they are floating. Since the density of the salt water is more than the fresh water, then the weight of the water is displaced, and that will be greater. This results in a greater buoyant force. That means that the water is less buoyant than the tomatoes. How cool is that? All right, I bet you guys can do this at home. See what else you can make float. See what other objects or fruits or vegetables might be, more buoyant than salt water. I wonder if I made sugar water, what would happen? Would the sugar dissolved in the water allow my object to float? I don't know. Why don't you guys find out? All right, guys, thanks for doing my experiment with me. I think we have another fun Dr. Gross activity next. See you in a few seconds. Bye.
That's so cool.
I'm back, and guess what? I love something just as much as I love science. Can you guess what it is? I don't think you can guess what it is. Well, maybe you can. I love books. I love reading and science and books. They're amazing. I love them. Do you love books? I love books. So maybe today we should also read a book about vegetables. I went into my science lab and I found a book called Fast Food. What is that on the cover? Vegetables. What? That's not a baby book.
No, not the baby book.
You guys, it's a big kid book.
Yeah, a big kid book.
Now that we've established that we're all going to love this book because it's about vegetables and about science, we're going to get started. One of my favorite books is called Fast Food, and it's by Saxon Freeman and Joost Elfers. Ready? Here we go. Fast Food. Your feet can walk and run and skip. What are those? Those are mushrooms. Check out those vegetables. With skates, a walk becomes a glide. A skateboard can extend your stride. Need something you can hold on to? A scooter might be right for you. Check out those scooters made with snow peas. That's awesome. Are you getting some ideas? Do you see I made a light bulb out of a lemon and a tomato? Okay, let's keep reading our book. If you cannot walk about, a wheelchair's here to help you out. Pedal hard around, aboard a bike. Add a wheel and it's a trike. Look at that, oranges, scallions, and they made some vehicles. Down snowy hills, you'll need some skis. Bundle up so you don't freeze. Ice skates are for crossing ice. Do you see that? More mushrooms. And skis out of peas. Check that out. That looks like a sleigh and a reindeer out of ginger. But on the snow, a sleigh is nice. Get it? Ice, nice. It rhymes. Sometimes you'll want to travel far. Maybe then you'll choose a car. You're getting some ideas? I have lots of ideas when I see this book. It might be wise if more of us would ride together. In a bus! That looks like a spaghetti squash with some radishes and some mushrooms for wheels. Let's see. Oh, if you have heavy loads to haul, oh my gosh, a truck will help you move them all. Oh, look at this cool vehicle. But fire trucks can't hesitate. When sirens wail, please stop and wait. Look at that cool fire truck made out of red bell peppers. Oh my gosh, a train. Trains speed along, click, clack, to all the stations on the track. Do you see that? Those look like zucchinis that they cut the windows out of. So cool. Oh, and look, celery stalks for track. Look at that. That's an eggplant boat. On water, it is best to float. So climb aboard your favorite boat. And I think the water is made out of red cabbage leaves. Do you see that? So cool. Some move by motor and some by rowing. Look at the canoe. Looks like peas again. And that man up there looks like he's made out of ginger and a banana boat with a little orange guy sitting in it. Some only want the wind. If there's no rush, there's nothing finer than cruising on an ocean liner. Look at that, a watermelon and some carrots make a big ocean liner. Oh, and now we have airplanes. Look at that banana and then something that looks like okra. That's a really cool vegetable. To travel far and fast, you fly in an airplane through the sky. Oh, or what's that? A helicopter. A helicopter chops the air. It hovers and lands anywhere. That looks like a pear. Oh, look at that. Go by blimp or by balloon. See the blimp? Looks like a yellow zucchini squash. Or take a rocket past the moon. That looks like a really long cucumber, and okra for rockets, and a little carrot rocket. And oh, the moon is a cantaloupe. By foot, on wheels, by air or sea, I hope that soon you'll visit me. Look at that. Look at all those fun little friends. And look at all those ideas. Oh my gosh, look at all those things that we can engineer out of vegetables. It's amazing. We just read a book about vegetables and engineering. Guess what we need to do? We need to dig in my produce box and see what vegetables and maybe fruits we can find. And let's see if we can engineer something really cool. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. And you guys can do this at home, but please make sure you ask your grown-up if you can use the fruits and vegetables at home that you find, because just in case one of your grown-ups is making dinner with something, you don't want to leave them hanging. Oh, and you know what I also found is great? Toothpicks. Toothpicks help me engineer things out of fruits and vegetables. So ask your grown-up for some toothpicks, because that'll help a lot. So let me dig in my produce box. You guys, I have cilantro. I love cilantro. We put cilantro on everything. Everything. And I have some tomatoes. Tomatoes, little baby cherry tomatoes. And I have a serrano chili. Yellow serrano chili. Those are so spicy. I don't eat serrano chilies. They're too spicy for Dr. Gross. And I have a scallion, also called a green onion. And if you've been in the Ladera garden, you know that we grow green onions. And you guys eat them at recess. Ew. Now, just kidding. Yum! And I have a lemon in my produce box. And I have a green apple in my produce box. And time to build. Ready to build something really cool out of all those fruits and vegetables? Let's see what we can come up with. Any ideas? Shout out your ideas at me. What? What are your ideas? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Well, that's a really good idea too. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We're ready to build. I have all of our fruits and vegetables ready. I cut them ahead of time so it'd be a little bit faster. And I'm going to show you what we got. We have a green apple. That's going to be our face. That's our head. And of course what are they? Toothpicks. And we cut the tops of our scallions off because I think that would make really cool hair. And I pulled off some of our cilantro. You see it? It smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. And I have 2 little tomatoes. What do you think tomatoes will be? Any ideas? Do you have any ideas? And I cut off a little bit of our lemon. You see that? Look at that. Look at the rind, the skin. Can you smell it? Ooh, if you scratch it, it smells even stronger. And I cut off a part of our Serrano chili. I have a really funny use for that. Get ready. Okay, so what should we do first? Oh, you want to say the eyes? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm going to stick my toothpick into my apple. And I'm going to, oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, God, see my toothpicks? And then I'm going to stick my tomatoes right on there. Oh, look at that. Ah, funny. And I'm going to stick one down here. I don't want a lot of it sticking out this time, though. Oh, hold on. It's not going in. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Hammer, 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 hammer. Okay. See it there? It's still not going in. You know what I have to do? To break part of it off. Haha, look at that. Part of my engineering skills. And then I'm going to stick my lemon on there. Oh, I really got to push hard. Ah, help me push. Oh, it's not going on there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. See it? It needs another one for reinforcement, though. So look, I want my lemon rind really on there well, so I'm going to stick a little bit. Look at that. And then I'm going to break it off. And then I'm going to stick it again on this side. And that way, my lemon, push it in. That way, my lemon's really stuck on there like a smile. How cute is that? And then, you guys, he has to smell. So he needs a what? A nose. Okay, do we want his nose sticking out like that or like that? I kind of like it sticking out. What do you think? Yeah. Funny. Look at him. Look how cute he is. All right, now he needs hair. Okay, can you see him there? I'm going to take some of my toothpicks. I'm just going to stick them in the top of my apple. Look at how easy this is. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, look. You guys, but he needs some vegetables up there for hair. So I am just going to stick my scallions or my green onions on top right there. Look at that. Ha, funny. Check it out. Doesn't it look good? You can do all sorts of things with fruits and vegetables. Now, I don't think he's done. I think I need to put a little cilantro over here to make his hair curly at the top. Yeah, check it out. Oh, yeah, look at that. He looks so cute. Can you see him? Oh, yeah, there's that little weird piece. Let's take that off. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Look, you guys. We made our own person out of vegetables. Can you go make one now, too? All right, I want to see what you guys made. All right, go experiment. Go engineer. Go create some amazing things out of fruits and vegetables. Okay, grossologists, we had an amazing time. Go out there, do some engineering, do some science experiments, and read some books. And I'll see you really, really soon. Bye!